Welcome back to the Alibaba Success Guide, and in this video we are going to discuss how you're going to get started contacting suppliers. Now, as you start to contact potential suppliers, there are going to be a couple of things that you are going to want to keep in mind as we get started really going over some of the details of what you're going to need to do. Now, you are going to want to start narrowing down your basic suppliers, or the people that you're going to be serious in considering on a couple of issues. You're going to want to start thinking about price. You're going to want to think about minimum order quantity, because you want to be able to control how many you're going to actually have in inventory. You're going to narrow down your suppliers based on payment terms. You want them to be favorable to you and what's going to help you to be able to manage your cash flow. You want to make sure that you have suppliers that you can interact with and that you are developing a good, solid business relationship with. So start narrowing down your potential suppliers on these bases. And then also, throughout the process, be willing to negotiate. Be upfront in the terms that you want. Be upfront in the things that are going to make it good for you to be able to do business in whatever marketplace you're going to be doing business in, whether it's Amazon, whether it's eBay, whether it's locally. Make sure that you're negotiating with your supplier based on how you are going to be doing business. Now, one thing that you want to keep in mind is that the minimum order quantity is just about always going to be negotiable with the supplier. So just consider that as you go through the process. Even once you get to the end, you are then going to want to press your supplier to get the terms that you want for minimum order quantity. And then make sure also to seek a win-win. Don't try to button down your supplier to the point where they're actually not being able to do business and they're not getting anything from being able to do business with you. You want to develop a long-term partnership with them if your product is successful. So make sure that it's a win for them and a win for you. Now, let's get into some of the detail. Now, email can definitely be the primary means of contact, but there are some other things that you're going to want to think about. Now, one of the best practices of wholesale buyers is to use live chat. And that's a good thing to use so that you don't have to wait for a reply. You can actually continue to move the process forward while you're online. Now, Alibaba's website can actually let you know when a supplier is online. In fact, when you're online and you're searching, you'll be able to self-select for those who are already online by clicking this box. Now, if you do choose to use live chat, you're going to want to try to time it to early in the morning GMT. These are business hours in China, and what this is going to do is it's going to increase your chances of being able to meet an actual sales rep online again, so that you can continue to move the process forward. Now, if you do choose to use email, please keep in mind that your email is likely to be translated. And when you write your email, what you're basically going to be doing is requesting a quote. Now, let's take a look at what your email should actually say. Of course, you're going to start out with salutations, and you're going to state your name and that you're looking for a supplier of a specific product. You probably want to make some statement about the fact that you've been doing research and that you found their company. And then you're going to state clearly what it is that you want. You're going to state that you'd like information about that product on minimum order quantity, FOB pricing, production time, payment terms, and sample pricing. And then you want to keep this email very short and to the point. You want to have them contact you at your business email. Now, hopefully you have set up a business email that's specifically to do business with Alibaba suppliers. And then you want to thank them and then tell them that you're looking forward to hearing from them, and then you state another salutation. Again, this is a very short email, very direct, and it's asking and inquiring for information. Now, you want to write the email so that you get everything you need without days or weeks going by. So you want to request as much information as you possibly can. Now your goal, and you should easily be able to do this, to get all of the information you need to make a decision within 24 hours from the time that you actually send your message. Now, using a format like this with a narrowed down list should help you to get in contact with as many potential suppliers as you can within one sitting that you're actually serious about. Now, although you don't want to rush the process, as you know, time can really be of the essence, especially if you already have a good market opportunity and you sense that you're going to be able to profit in a niche quickly. Now, one thing that you'll want to keep in mind is that not getting samples is a deal breaker, and you should not proceed contact with any supplier who does not or is unwilling to supply you with samples. Now, once you actually start hearing back from suppliers with all the information you've requested, you'll have a few candidates that are going to be worthy of requesting and paying for samples. You'll then want to send a follow-up email to those that you're serious about to get those samples. Now, you're communicating with them to let you know that you're not trying to get around their MOQ. You are really trying to get a sample because you're serious about buying. And once you send the email that we're about to go over in a minute, you should expect a confirmation as to the cost of the sample and then how you can make payment for them. Now, in some cases, the samples will be free to you, and you'll just need to pay the shipping. Now, let's go over the email that you'll be sending to request samples. Of course, you'll start with salutations, and then you'll thank them for their email, tell them that you reviewed it, and that you'd like to go ahead with an order. But you want to say before you commit, you'd like to get a sample of the product so that you can test quality. And then you want to make sure that you can do samples for that specific product that you're looking for. And then thank them, again, keeping this email very short, and then saying sincerely and then signing off. And that is the process of contacting suppliers to get ready to receive your samples. Now, the next video, we're going to be talking about what's going to happen when you actually start to receive your samples back. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video.